Hello everybody, my name is Charlie, editor for X2 and showrunner for The Family Bovine. You may have seen me in some previous episodes of X2, such as Berio Kart or Empire at War modding tutorials. We want to try and expand X2 a little more, swapping between myself and X-Heart Ladder as hosts for a handful of videos. I hope you enjoy my first episode, as I am joined by Corey, creator of the mod Thrawn's Revenge, where he'll be giving me some tips and tricks on skirmish mode in Empire at War. So for anyone new to the game mode, we hope this gives you some tips on how to play. So, Corey, you're going to teach me how to play Empire at War's Thrawn's Revenge. Just a little bit of it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't have that much hope, but we'll see how you do.
Well, what do you mean you don't have much hope with me? What do you mean?
Well, we're just going to have to see. It may be a bit much, but we'll see how you do. So the first thing you need to know about Empire at War is that the multiplayer is often unstable, but the better your computer is, the better your connection is. But yeah, so you see the little... Do you know what a credit is?
Yeah, the credits. It's going up. I got it.
So on the map, you can see there's 3 in the middle. And then there's 1 by your base.
The meteorites here.
Yeah, they have little asteroid mines. Those are the important part to get to.
So
you can send your fighters over there, and the fighters can capture it.
Squadron reporting. We're going in.
With skirmish, the main part of the game is trying to get control over the mines. Because that's where all your income's coming from. You have one that's safe by your base, but then on this map, most of the fighting happens over the 3 in the center. At the top, that little star icon is where there's a structure that lets you build heroes or some ships from some smaller factions. So that could be useful. You have to capture that the same way. But when your fighters are near the mines for a while, you'll see them turn your color, and then there'll be a little hammer icon that comes up over them.
Yep.
When you highlight it.
I've got it, and the meteorite's nearly done.
Click on that and build it.
Construction
there you go.
There you go.
Step by step.
Standing by.
So I've got the meteorite. It said construction complete. So there's only one meteorite I can use here, right? All the others.
Yeah, and you can go to you can send your fighters out to some of the other ones there. There's the middle one, the top one, the bottom one.
Right.
Don't go to the top one. I've already got it. You'll lose. But
ready for orders. Reporting.
If you want to send them to the middle one,
I'm sending them to the bottom one.
Switch shields to double front.
So I'm only sending some of my squadron, so just one of the 2.
And your station there has all your tech upgrades, your
ready for action.
Ship build options, all that stuff.
So what's the meta? What should I be focusing on immediately? Like
early on for the faction you're playing, the quasars are really good. Those are the little carriers, the kind of
quasar fire,
almost triangular.
Yeah, so I want to construct some of those.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Unit
I'll hit that,
production.
and they're making them. How's my little star guy? He's going a fair while. I just found something as well.
And your mine, if you click on the one you have already, there will be some upgrades on that. Like there's 2 extra upgrade levels for that. That'll start making more money.
In progress.
Huh. Okay, and then I can assume I can do that a few times. What is this? Request reinforcements. Buttons highlighting.
Yeah, any ships you build go into that menu, and then you can just drag them onto the map from there. So you can have a bunch in reserve if you want, but...
I see. So you've got that one up there. Alright, buddy, you're finally there. So I might as well make another quasar while I'm at it.
Constructing unit.
Right. Okay.
And you aren't able to jump in directly on the nebula cloud things.
Ready for commands.
So
that's in the middle.
Your ships directly on them.
Quasar reporting for duty, sir.
You calling for me, sir?
Alright, there we go.
Constructing.
Constructing that. Beautiful. How's this one doing? Can I upgrade it again? Yes, I can.
Upgrade in progress.
Then that'll be it. That is your maxed out.
Okay. So I can leave that asteroid now.
Yeah, and that applies to every mine you own. So when you have the level 2 upgrade, you have the level 2 upgrade. It's not per mine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's for all of them. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a fight going on. Oh, I think our spaceships are fighting.
Yeah, I got some TIE fighters down there.
Construction complete.
Ooh. Interesting. Right, I've got the construction. Oh, I know. Yeah, so your guys really giving it a go. Blimey.
Did you put your Quasar in anywhere yet?
No. So I want to go to
Choose
request
your
and then drag it in.
reinforcements.
Let's say.
Yep.
Stay in attack formation.
There you go.
All right. Wow, Jesus. Yeah. Quasar's ruining them.
Yeah, the Quasars are primarily carriers, but they do have some anti-fighter lasers themselves. So they can be useful. You got your Y-Wings there, which are bombers, so they're not great at fighting other fighters.
But they're good at
But your
attacking.
A-Wings are good.
Upgrade.
Bombers are really
Yeah.
good for like things that have shields to bypass the shields, right?
No, in Thrawn Revenge they don't bypass the shields. In the base game and a lot of mods they do, but they still do a lot of damage to any larger ship.
Yeah. So why did you remove that? I'm just out of curiosity.
So the main reason is that it just entirely skews gameplay to be about the bombers.
I'm in range.
They usually just end up cheesing the shields or any main hard point, and then like that's it. It just turns into how many bombers can you spam.
Yeah.
Whereas the way we have it, we feel like they're still playing a significant role, but the answer isn't just to throw in a bunch of bombers and then it's uncounterable.
Right. So there was like an over.
Yeah,
And,
and it lore-wise, it doesn't make like, it's not necessarily a thing either. There were usually explained as 2 types of shields in Star Wars.
Vehicle in
So-
production. Vehicle in production.
So like it was an overpowered meta that there was no point in capitalizing on any other meta beyond
like,
bombers.
it turns into just spam bombers and you win. Whatever lets you have more bombers, you win. But if you go and upgrade to the next level on your tech, which I think you should be able to afford now.
Technology level 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've put
Progress.
I've got quite a few lined up, but it shouldn't take too long. So technology 2, I'm assuming, gives me more ships to build.
Yeah, it gives you some of your other ships. It'll also one of the ships will be the Corellian Corvette, which is your anti-fighter ship, which is kind of like the one I just dropped in there, the Lancer. That's what mine does.
Oh, that thing over here, yeah. So what I'm getting here, what my strong vibes here is, it feels a lot like, have you played Advance Wars? Do you know the game
the
Advance
Game Boy
Wars?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that, but like real time instead of step by step. Or am I being an idiot?
I mean, I don't know that that's the specific strategy game I'd go to compare Empire at War, but it's
I'm a simple man.
both strategy games.
Yeah, well, I mean, like with Advance Wars, it was like you had certain tanks that were really good against others, and like personnel were way better at targeting certain other things, etc. This is what I feel like this is here.
Okay,
Like,
so if that is your frame of reference for strategy games, then yes.
oh,
It's like Advance Wars.
actually, yeah, you're right. That's literally every other strategy game. Yeah. Oops. Damn. That okay. That's
Hey, nothing
the-
wrong with Advance Wars. But...
It's the only strategy game I played that I can loved. Okay, I'm getting technology free next. Yeah.
You can. Right now, you may want to get a couple Corellian Corvettes and maybe an assault frigate. I don't remember exactly what the New Republic has in this tech level. But the New Republic, so they're always more fighter reliant. Like their fighters are really good. So the more you can get fighter supremacy, the more you can wipe out my fighters and keep yours up. Then they can help support your ships a lot better. Eventually, you get stuff like the Nebula Star Destroyer, which Eckhart loves.
So, if, in your mind, like, what would be the best strategy if you were going against your like somebody of your level or caliber in this map? Your first thing would be capture the meteorite behind, get that straight immediate to level 2 while your other fighters are checking out the other 3 planets, see which one you're targeting first, and then go for the furthest one.
In skirmish, it's something we do want to change, but it is so reliant on who gets control of the mines first.
Yeah.
So what I do a lot of the time is actually, I'll leave the one behind my station alone for a second.
Yeah.
I'll send the 2 fighter squadrons I start with to the topmost and the middlemost mine on this map in particular. Try to get control of those. Build another fighter squadron so I can drop that on my mine at my base. Because that's going to be mine regardless. Haha, mine. Yeah, get it? Hilarious.
Yep. Epic.
The other ones are less guaranteed. So if you can beat someone to the punch and get control of that, then so build 2 quasars after that and drop a quasar on each of the mines you go to. Then you'll at least have an idea of which you can secure. If one's being challenged, maybe reinforce that more. If there's nothing at the other, then you can either put out the stuff with no enemy forces at it to guarantee you get it, or you can hope that they're not going to send anything after that one.
Yeah.
And send all the stuff you're building to the one that's contested.
Oh, I see. So that's how you would approach it. I just realized as well when I brought in my I forget what that is. What is that?
The assault frigate
assault frigate. It gave me loads of bloody vision. I didn't know that. I
Did you get... Okay, got some CR90s.
Right, so I'm assuming I'm going to lose this if I don't start building more.
So if you get your little Corellian Corvette there and tell it to target primarily the bombers, which are the...
Oh god, he's going to die real fucking quick. That one, buddy. That one. Well, let me bring in another then. So the bombers are...
My bombers are these one. I'll send them back in. So the ones coming towards you right now, those are the bombers. You can see them get shredded by those Corvettes right there. That's kind of what you're looking for to help protect those ships. But...
I see. So I'm going to have to turn this one around. Okay. So how do I learn like what's good against what? Like, does this need me to know about the lore, or is it something I can?
No, you. Once you get used to like the weapon types and what they do, then that gives you a better idea. But like the small lasers that those Corellian Corvettes shoot are always good against fighters. They're the anti-fighter weaponry. Ion cannons are good against the shields of ships. They do a lot of damage to shields, but no damage to hull. So when you start to learn like which ships have good shields and all, we're trying to put more of the stats in the tooltips. Like that's something that EAW didn't really have very well, and something that we haven't really done as well in the past, but it is something we're trying to give more direct information on, so there isn't quite the same burden of lore knowledge. You can see your Corvettes are just shredding my fighters there.
Right, so all 3 of these are going to win against those fighters.
Yeah, like my fighters can't touch them. But did you get the next tech levels already?
I think I got... Alright, I'm getting tech level 3.
So the Corvettes, they're just anti-fighter. So they're not going to do very much damage against...
so like those bigger ships that you've currently got.
Yeah. So that's what your assault frigate would be more for, or...
Oh, assault frigate.
If you add your bombers as well.
Yeah. So, assault frigate. I think I need to build a new one, because my last one...
Yeah, that one's not doing so well.
No. So fighters will naturally just go swarm around a big ship like that. Oh no, it's going right. Yeah. Oh god. Buddy. Hold on. Right, here we go.
And you're always going to want to deal with threats to your fighters and bombers. So my little Lancer Corvette there, you may even want to get the assault frigates to target that first, because a lot of your damage can come from your little B-wing and X-wing bombers and all that, or B-wing bombers, X-wing fighters, but they do have some proton torpedoes.
Let me bring this one back a little bit because that's getting way too close.
And you see the little platform next to one of your Corvettes there?
Oh, which just got destroyed now?
Or... it's sort of behind the assault frigate and the one that's moving up. The little circular platform.
Yeah.
You can build a repair platform on that, which will heal. It can't replace dead hard points, but it is really good, especially with smaller frigates that don't have the hard points, where it can just keep them topped up.
I did not know this. So I'm suffering because I've focused a lot on building the next technology bit. So that's why I'm not able to really build any fighters to bring it in.
Yeah, technology, we used to have it in the upgrade tab, but then it was just too easy to just upgrade tech all the time. Now you have to kind of find a
sweet spot.
I think it was this way in the base game too, where it took a unit slot.
Right. So, and is there any benefit to like positioning ships so you're targeting one side? So like two ships targeting different sides to get maximum damage?
So the weapons all have firing arcs. So if you've destroyed all the weapons on one side of a ship, you can try to stay more to that side because it won't be able to shoot out of it. And you can try to make sure that if it has decent firing arcs, you're only able to take damage from one side rather than a ship that can shoot both of its sides of weapons forward. Most ships can't shoot behind themselves, so positioning can be fairly important, especially against bigger ships, which are less maneuverable. So you can kind of micromanage around them sometimes.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because I remember when editing Thrawn's Revenge, he was all about like making sure that the superstar destroyers were perfectly positioned to get the most damage out of, like, I don't know, another SSD.
Yeah, and Empire War has terrible pathfinding too, so especially with larger ships like that. So with superstar destroyers, it's important where you put them, because they're probably not going to be very effectively moving out of that position.
Is it because it needs to take a wide angle when it turns?
No, the game is just really bad at collision detection and everything, so with the larger ships like that, it doesn't really know how to maneuver them very well.
I see.
Because they can turn in place, but it can't really detect area very well.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I know what that is. Right, hopefully.
So there'll also be on your station, there's an ion cannon you can get and upgrade.
Yep. I'm upgrading that now to 2,800.
So yeah, every time you get that, you can fire an ion cannon shot from the planet, which is really good against capital ships and stuff because it can wipe out a lot of the shields and shut the ship down for a bit.
Interesting. Well, especially if they get close to the station. So your Imperial 2 here, he's a big boy and he's probably going to be able to knock out quite a lot of my ships here, right?
Potentially. You have a lot of fighters and bombers there, so if you get the Y-Wings from that dogfight and tell them to attack the Star Destroyer, that would help you out a lot.
I see. And should I target like the iron cannons or the engines?
So on the ISD, the big threats are the octuple barbette turbolasers, so you can see the 4 hard points that are kind of flanking the superstructure. That's where most of the ISD's damage comes from.
So turbo laser batteries.
The octuple barbette turbolasers. This is what the tooltip
Oh,
specifically
gotcha. I
says.
got it. Yep.
So
yep,
a little
that's
bit
it.
in front of the ones you're targeting right now.
Yep. So I'd now highlighted them and told them to attack specifically that.
Yeah.
We're all spreading out.
I use my version of the ion cannon, which is a hypervelocity gun for the Empire, which is what destroyed most of your Mon Calamari cruiser there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do any shield damage though, so you're still fairly safe with that.
Oh, well, with other ships because they have to eat through that. I see. And ships don't repair over time, or you have to repair them from this specific point that.
Right now, yeah. But once a hard point is dead, it can't come back.
Oh, interesting. Okay, and that one's nearly dead. And you have to. Oh, yeah, he's just got destroyed. And you have to be close in vicinity of that thing for it to be repaired, for ships to be repaired.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, blimey, another one. Okay. I should probably upgrade my tech level while I still got the chance.
Upgrade in progress.
So once I got the ion cannon for the turbo for the space station, I don't need to do anything else after that. It's just in case I get put under attack.
No, so there's a button on your, like 2 above the request reinforcements button. There should be a little icon that's lit up now.
Yeah.
You can grab that and target the newest Star Destroyer that I put in, the one that still has shields.
Yeah.
And then it'll fire a shot from the planet and hit
Right.
the Star Destroyer. And that'll take down a lot of the shields.
Let's see. So fire the ion cannons, and I drag it onto it, or just click and then click.
It'll bring up a new kind of cursor once you've clicked on the icon, and then you can just click on the ship again.
Ah, there we go.
There you go. So that took down a lot of my shields on that one.
Oh, I didn't even see it happen. Huh. I was expecting like a laser or something.
It came from the planet. It fires from the planet up to the ship. Were you watching the station?
Yeah, I was watching the station.
Yeah.
Because it came from the station, so that's what I assumed. Okay. I've got a hero icon appearing in my top left.
Yeah, so the top left there, that's my heroes, then top right will be yours.
Okay.
The heroes you get from that station at the top right of the map that I was mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicle in production.
So if you want to send one of your fighter squadrons, like grab one of your A-wings and just send them up to that corner, I'll leave it so you can capture it and see what you have there.
Okay.
How many credits do you have?
Ooh. I have 1,300, but I've got a fair few things building right now. It's just a matter of trying to get one of my fighters out of the fight without dying. Oh, Jesus.
You should be good there.
Okay. So it's up here, so let's capture that. Oh yeah, you've completely wiped me at this point.
And if you want to take, just build any kind of ship to attack that north mine, I'll just let you have that so you can have a bit more income to work with.
Mm-hmm. So the MC-90 isn't going to do much against this Imperial 2.
That's actually one of your better ships. It's really tanky. It doesn't have the most damage, but in a one-on-one fight, they can usually stand up to or even beat Star Destroyer 2s. Like a lot of the New Republic ships that you get to in higher tiers are kind of built to be Star Destroyer killers.
Right.
That one should have an ability. If you click on it, the icon on your selection bar, there should be an icon for power to shields there. It looks almost like a jetpack, but if you press that, then it's gonna start bringing up your shields.
So I've got fire the ion cannons, place beacon.
No, so when you have the ship selected, the MC-90.
Yeah.
If you look on the selection bar, where its icon is, there will be a little box above it.
Yes. Yeah.
So you just press
shield
that.
Power. Gotcha.
There you go.
Right.
And that'll start driving up your shield power.
Okay. And some of these B-wings have that as well. I should probably use.
The B-wings have spoiler lock, which makes them go faster.
Mm-hmm.
But it reduces their firepower a bit.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Here, and
okay. Right,
you can
let's-
grab the middle mine there now. I'm gonna move my guys away from that.
Okay. And can you destroy the landmines?
The landmines,
Hmm.
the space mines,
Yeah, space mines. Sorry, landmines. Fucking hell, I'm an idiot.
the credit mines. Yeah, you can destroy them. Then it'll respawn, and you can capture that one when it comes back.
Hmm.
But okay, yeah. So you got Han there. He's good against other fighters.
But he's not good against like an Imperial 2, for example.
Yeah, he's not going to do really any damage to any kind of capital ship.
Mm-hmm. So I should probably take him off that.
No, he's fine. It takes a lot to kill those kinds of heroes, because we did make
Okay.
heroes not respawn and not be able to be repurchased for the most part.
Yeah.
So especially the
That makes
smaller ones like
sense.
that, they can take a bit of a punishment.
Mm.
And Han also has an ability that makes him invulnerable for a while.
Oh, really?
So you can see that if you select him.
Invulnerability is invulnerable for a short amount of time.
Yeah, so if he starts losing some health, then he can just do that and fly away, and you can repair him the same way as other stuff.
So, with Garm Bell, he's like shooting a fucking straight up beam into this Imperial.
So that's actually the tractor beam from the Star Destroyer that's got him locked up.
Oh, really? So that's not coming from my ship. It's coming from.
No,
Ah,
he's in trouble.
So I need to. put
And
him
his
away.
thing is that he's got a combat bonus, so a lot of the heroes have bonuses that they give the rest of your ships.
Mm.
And my guy in the back there, Pelion, who's just to the northeast side, he's one of the best ones in the game for that. But you've also got Admiral Akbar,
Yeah.
who is one of the two best in the game. Him and Thrawn they have the biggest bonuses.
Right, so I want to be boosting these people's abilities as much as I can, right?
Not necessarily. So the power to shields is really good if they're in a defensive position. If they're not really being fired on and their shields are holding up all right without it, then you don't really want to use it because it reduces your damage output.
Right.
But with power to weapons, it's really dangerous because that reduces your shield strength or increases incoming damage in general.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be risky to use in the middle of a battle. So you usually want to use that on ships when they're farther back and protected.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have Akbar as an option on the hero station?
Admiral Akbar. Synchronization error. Oh no. Is that it? Yes, there is some.
EAW.
Right. Oh, did you crash or something?
The game did crash, yeah.
Oh, okay, but you can rejoin, right?
No, once the game's done, it's done.
It's done. This time, what I'll do is I'll try and do it on my own, and see how long I can last before you like beat my ass. So,
All right.
what?
Uh,
Oh, I was gonna say, what made you want to like spend all this time on like this mod, etc.
Well, when I first got into modding, I didn't have any idea what I was doing, so it was just like made all these plans and then had no idea what it would take to actually do them.
Mhm.
But then it just kind of like, okay, we did some, we're gonna keep updating it. In 2010, we were saying like, oh, we're just gonna put out what we have, and then we're all going off to university, so we'll stop then. But then we put out 1.0 and like, okay, this wasn't as good as we want, so we're just going to stick around and update it a bit. And then it just kind of snowballs from there
Yeah.
until eventually we were fairly happy with what we were doing. But
Yeah, I've had like passion projects where like, you know, like the first, you'd rather be working on it than be playing games. Like, that was one magical moment I had when it came to, like, modding or creating my own thing. Like, that was a fantastic feeling. So I get the...
There was a really long time where we just didn't play it, which wasn't great for development, where we were modding to mod. But a couple years ago when I started doing YouTube, that like really forced me to sit down and play properly, which I wasn't really doing with most games at that point. Like, I'd play some League, and then other than that, I didn't really like. It took me 6 years to beat Oblivion, and I still haven't beaten Skyrim. That was one of the reasons I started the channel, was just so I could force myself to play games that I wanted to play. And after I started doing that, then I started to be more happy with where the mod was going, and that just made me want to spend even more time on it. And then now it's been almost 14 years.
No, I feel that. I had that with like the projects I worked with, and then all of a sudden, bam! Oh wow, 6 months has gone, and I travelled to the Netherlands to meet with the guy that codes it with me and stuff like that. And we would just like sit there and just grind for like 3 days straight together in the same room, like a shitty LAN party. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of passion for a project there, which I don't think I get when you work on something new or whatever. Right, so there's a lot of creators here that I'm gonna have to move my characters over. So. Wait and see. So what I've done, I know I'm telling you my moves here, but like I immediately sent those ships out to their asteroids and started a level 2 upgrade.
Okay. Usually you want to wait a little bit for doing the upgrades. You want to start to get some kind of mind control before doing that, because the ships that are kind of best for establishing it early are what's already available to you. And then other than the Corvettes, they're really good early, but it's just the mines themselves are so important that it's difficult to once you've fallen behind, it's very difficult to reestablish yourself.
Yeah. I should be upgrading these immediately. So it's interesting. You went for the left side. I thought you were going for the right side. I've been trying to defending it.
Gotta keep you on your toes.
Yeah, that's true. Right, okay, so you're taking over my thingy here. So I need to...
I'm trying to. See how well that goes for me, but...
Alright, I need to put him here. I can't actually put him... Oh, there he is. Oh my goodness, he's very southern. Like,
we had a wide range of voice actors apply.
Oh really? Okay, so they're not like already inbuilt type games. That's actually.
Well, there are some that were base game, but we're trying to get as many unique voice action or voiceovers for ships as we can, because the base game had like 10 ships in it, and we've got a couple hundred. So.
Alright, let's try.
Everything claiming it was the same thing was getting old.
So you've claimed my asteroid here, right?
On my
left side?
The one.
Oh
Not
goodness.
quite. I've destroyed it for you, but I haven't been able to build it myself. We're still kind of fighting over that.
Oh wow, my fighters did not win. That's interesting. I need to start building more. Ooh.
Vehicle in production. Unit in production.
So just to clarify, the quasar fire is really good for like fighters and bombers.
Yeah, its main role is as a carrier,
Mm-hmm.
but it can also do some damage to fighters.
I see.
Reinforcements en route.
Then your CR-90, the little Corellian Corvette, is the main anti-fighter you have. It's a lot better than Quasar's at it, but it doesn't come with its own fighters. And then your assault frigates are kind of your mainline frigate that can support your capital ships. Your MC-80s are your weakest capital ship, but they have pretty good shields.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you get up to the highest tech levels, you have the MC-90s and the Nebulas and Endurances, and those are your really good capital ships.
Okay. I gotcha. Right, so it looks like I can rebuild on there, but I don't have enough cash right now.
Yeah, you got control of your left mine back.
Oh, so I can actually... So that's actually done. I don't actually have to rebuild on there.
You do have to rebuild it, but you should... you have, like... Your ships have beaten mine there, so
I see.
you should be able to get it back as soon as you can afford to rebuild it.
So you highlight and then click. That's what you do. Highlight and then left click on where you want to attack. Right.
Well, right click to attack or move. Left click to select or deselect.
Right. Right, that's where I've been doing wrong. I've not been moving them over. They start attacking automatically if I move them over, right?
Yeah, everything has a minimum attack distance or
Yeah.
engagement distance. So if there's anything within that range, you'll go for it.
Alright, wow. You're coming in strong. Of course, it's taken ages to kill your battle dragon. Oh, I've got... Another one.
Why not?
Full health. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. What is that? Oh, you killed one of them. Oh, my God. I don't even know. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is this? The hero. Fuck me. That is taken forever to kill that battle dragon.
The Quasars don't have any anti-ship weaponry. They're just good for the fighters and bombers that come out.
So if I wanted to kill one of those, the best thing to build there would have been...
You'd need your some kind of like assault frigate, or even Nebulon Bs would be able to do something against it. But you'd need to be at least at like Tech, get some of the Tech 2 ships.
Yeah, I've got the Tech 2 ships. I see them. But my mistake, I think, is obviously, as you said, I didn't rush meteors and then have upgraded immediately after that.
Yeah, like
Space station damaged.
early game economy is basically the most
Really,
important thing.
So I think you got me on the rocks. I haven't got enough to attack. Other than that. Oh dear. Oh. Look at this thing. Such a strange spaceship. The battle dragon.
Yeah, I like them. They're really ornate and everything. So they're one of the units from the middle thing, the hero base that gives you some of the smaller faction units.
Oh really?
The Haven unit.
So your hero here has been generating them.
No, it's another kind of unit you can build. So like your heroes come from there, but also other faction ships. So right now, just There's 3 Hapen ship types and a Yavithan ship, and I've been building them the same way I build any other ship, but they did come from that.
There you go. You just absolutely scuffed me. Don't worry though, I'm going to build a few fighters. I can only build one. X-Win.
I think you can still turn this around. I do have 20,000 credits though. So.
Oh my god, I have 300. Look at that. Well, now I get a premise of it. I know where I went wrong. I just thought, oh, I'll upgrade immediately and then be like, haha, I've got epic ships, but I couldn't build them. So that was absolutely epic on my part. What I think so if we were to do another, like in down the line, if I was to do another one, would I be able to do it on the with AI, easy AI, practice it on that, and then come back?
Yeah, right now I was gonna originally put us on a team against some AI, but right now in the live build there was an issue with the AI where they don't build mines, so they don't upgrade. Don't build mines and don't upgrade. So we have that fixed in the internal build. We just haven't deployed it yet, so it wouldn't have been great to show you anything.
Well, either way,
yeah.
Corey, thank you so much for introducing me to the basics. I know I did try a little bit before, but this has been super helpful. Now I know. I think the only thing I need to get my head around is like knowing like what types of the ships are, because coming from a perspective where like I have very little knowledge, I'm not very familiar of like, oh, the Quasar will defeat, you know, this, and this.
And soon we should have a bit more in game that'll help grasshoppers like you, young Charlie. But thank you for choosing me as your mentor into the great wide world of Empire at Warland.
You created the bloody thing, so I couldn't have thought anyone any better than you. So, but yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching.
I don't get to win often, so it's nice.
Well, here's a question actually before we go. If you and Justin were to fight, who would win?
Me, for sure.
Oh, really? So Justin's not that good, then. We can put that out there.
I've never actually played against him, so...
Oh, maybe we will have to do that at some point. I'll get the popcorn out and just watch.
We've talked about it, but it's never come to fruition. So
we'll get that done, definitely. I want to see that as well. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you enjoyed the first episode, which doesn't include Ek. But if you didn't, don't forget to dislike and just close the window. But if you did like it,
leave an angry comment.
Leave an angry comment. And say, yeah, this was okay, you know, bare minimum reached. So, yeah. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.